Uh, Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of T-Tour Reviews Thai Guest Host Week. My name is Frid Mouse, and I am Calypso Poison Frog's little brother. Originally, Calypso was going to make a video for Guest Host Week this year, but he was too busy working on Try Not to Laugh and didn't really want to make another big video. He did have a plan, but he didn't really want to make another big video around the same time, so he offloaded that to me. And, well, I run a YouTube channel called Storytime with Frid Mouse where I read a bunch of books, so I thought, why not make an episode of Ty's Cars Book Club? Now, picking out the book was actually pretty difficult. Originally, I was going to read these two books, but they're for really young kids, way younger than me, and I thought they would just be, they wouldn't be like substantive enough. They wouldn't have enough stuff to talk about. So then I found a book on Amazon called 5-Minute Racing Stories. And I had that one bought and didn't realize that it had already been covered in a previous episode, previous guest host week nonetheless. So, kind of freaked out about that. In fact, I actually took some footage of when I was freaking out and when Calypso found the new book for me that we're going to be reading today. Here's the clip. You read the whole thing, too. It was like 40 minutes long. I was planning on reading like
Alright, calm down. It's not the end of the world. You're gonna be fine. All I gotta do is go here, and look, right down here, there's a refund option. All I gotta do is click that, and there. It's no longer coming, and all $6 have been back in my bank account. So we're all good.
Oh, okay, well, now what am I gonna read for Ty's Cars Book Club? I can't read those baby books. They're too short.
That's what I'm looking at right now. See?
Oh. Hey, there they are. There are the baby books. And there's the book that I read for, on my channel. Oh, can I read that one?
No.
Why?
I'll tell you when you're older.
Okay. Oh, I have the sticker book. I can read that.
I don't think you could read a sticker book for a book club.
Oh. Well, what about that one?
This one? Oh, yes. This is the one. Because this one has train tracks on it. I know how much you like trains.
Well,
so I'm getting this one. Yes, this is the one. All right. Boom. Added to cart. You're all good now.
Oh. Thank you.
Hey, what are brothers for, right?
So that was recorded yesterday, and the package just arrived today. It's right down here. It's in this box, and we are going to be reading that over on the review station. I am very excited. But first, I should probably introduce you to someone. You see, I wanted to make sure that this was just as much like the regular Ty's Cars Book Club episodes as possible, so you're going to be seeing human hands, because I don't have any hands. I only have legs. So, on my channel, I have my friend Stanley over who was just off camera. He uses his hands to turn all the pages in my videos, and he's going to be turning the pages here too. Say hi, Stanley! Alright. So yeah, Stanley is kind of like, he's kind of like the producer for Calypso and I. He makes all the music. I know Calypso likes to take credit for the music, and he does write it. But usually it's Stanley over here that arranges it. And in general, Stanley's just kind of our producer. He just likes to show up and give us a lift, lend a hand whenever we need to make a video. So, well, I think I've yapped on enough, so let's get started reading this book, shall we? Alright, here we are at the reviewing station, and we are going to open up the box with the book in it that I previously showed. Alright. See? It's a little golden book called Look Out for Mater, and as Calypso said, it's got Mater and Lightning McQueen on what look like train tracks or something. Oh, Stanley, point at the logo. That logo looks like, isn't that the one from like 2008, 2009? I wasn't around when that logo was used, but Calypso says it's familiar, and that's like the post-Cars 1, pre-Cars 2 era logo. So this book might be a little bit old. All right, you can start reading the book now. Look Out for Mater. Adapted by Andrea Posner Sanchez. Illustrated by Ivan Boix Study. Interesting. Oh, yep, it says down there, 2009. Times had changed in Radiator Springs. Once it was a sleepy little town. Now cars came from all over the world to visit the new racing headquarters of Lightning McQueen. The famous race car liked all the attention he got from his fans, but what he really enjoyed was spending time with his new friends. Oh, so this book takes place after Cars 1. So that does explain the logo. And I love the art style. Zoom in on this, Stanley. See, it looks like it's just like on the cover. It looks like it was all drawn with, like, crayons or chalk or something. It looks like something a little kid would draw, and I think that's really charming. Is that Van? Is that Van from Cars 1? All right, turn the page. Lightning's two closest friends were Mater and Sally. Mater was a rusty tow truck with a silly sense of humor. He and Lightning McQueen were very different, but they had quickly become best buddies. Sally was Lightning's girly friend, as Mater often said. She was caring and smart. Lightning loved driving around with Sally by his side. Oh, it looks like Mater's spying on him. Is that like something... I don't know. It feels like something that would be in Cars 2. I like that Mater's eyes seem to be blue here. And that that's really cool, actually, that the text is inside like a lasso that he's done with his tow cable. One day, Sally and Lightning drove to a cliff overlooking a gravel pit. That seems like a fun place to race, said Lightning. I'll have to bring Mater there. Please don't, Sally begged. I'm always warning Mater that this place is dangerous. I don't want to worry while I'm out of town the next few days. Promise me you'll look out for Mater while I'm away. Oh, this is a gravel pit. Oh my goodness, is that a bulldozer? That looks like a bulldozer, like one that would be in El Matador. Was this made... Okay, I think this might have been made after El Matador, because I think the first 3 Cars tunes were made in 2008. So that would explain why that's there. Oh, and you gotta love that Lightning McQueen is in his Radiator Springs design that was very commonplace during this era. Yeah, this is a gravel pit. I wonder... I don't think they've ever done anything with this location afterwards. Alright, turn the page. Back in town, Lightning was sadly rolling along Main Street when Mater came up beside him. "Oh, shoot, are you moping because Miss Sally went away?" Mater asked his friend. "You need some Mater-style fun." Even though Lightning wasn't in the mood, he knew he'd better go along. After all, he promised Sally he would look out for Mater. Oh my goodness. Who is that? I have no idea who that like pink car is. And Radiator Springs is drawn really interesting there. Are those like the abandoned buildings? This seems to imply that the abandoned buildings have been like restored or something in this universe, but yeah, I really do like the illustrations. I like the style. It's a little bit, like if you get really close, it looks like it's a little bit blurry, but I think that's just the art style. Yep. Very nice. Before long, Mater was speeding toward a grassy hill. "Slow down!" yelled Lightning, but Mater kept on going. The tow truck honked his horn and flew over the hill with a big grin. Next, Mater drove down a winding dirt road, backward. "You're crazy!" Lightning called to him. "Turn around!" "Nah, it's more fun when you're looking the other way," Mater said, chuckling. Lightning McQueen really likes, he's really entertained by Mater jumping really high over this tiny little hill. You could not get that high. If this were like real cars, you would not be able to go that high on a tiny little hill, but Mater's also jumping, so that makes sense. And this kind of reminds me of, I swear I could have seen something like this before, like some giant... it looks like a Mario Kart level. I think there's like a Mario Kart level called Yoshi Valley or something that has like these really thin desert pathways in it. Something like that. As the sun began to set, Mater insisted on going to one last place, the gravel pit. "We can't go down there," Lightning said. "I promised Sally," before the race car could even finish his sentence. Mater was revving his engine and speeding around the pit. "Come on down," cried Mater. "This is fun!" And we got another illustration of the gravel pit. Mater, in this book, is an absolute menace. It does seem like he's gearing up to become his Cars 2 version. Lightning realized that if he wanted to look out for Mater, he better stay close to him. so the race car slowly inched his way down the slippery slope. Mater rushed by, leaving Lightning behind in a cloud of dust. Just then, the two friends heard a loud ahem. An angry bulldozer was coming up behind them. "Stop messing up my gravel," he yelled. "This pit is not for playing in." "Go, guess it's time to go," cried Lightning. "Right behind you, buddy," replied Mater. Okay, so this is really interesting. So maybe this is actually separate from the Cars 2. Maybe this did come before because the bulldozer is sentient and can talk instead of being a bull surrogate, like how the tractors are cow surrogates. So this is like a sentient bulldozer that's alive. It's like, I mean, you know what I mean. It's like a person instead of an animal. That is interesting. Wow. I knew that getting a book like this that's not based on a movie material, I knew that it would have something interesting like that. I gotta tell Calypso about this when we're done. The pages are stuck together. The next day, Mater had a surprise for his friend. Lightning followed Mater to the gravel pit. "No way!" shouted Lightning. "Let's find a safe place to have fun." "Shh!" whispered Mater as he rolled past the snoring bulldozer. "Big Bull's sleeping. And anyways, this time we won't even touch the gravel." Oh, so his name is Big Bull. Hey, for all of you diecast customizers out there, can you turn one of the bulldozers into Big Bull? I'd love to see one of those. That seems like something Ty would say. Before Lightning could stop him, Mater rode onto some rails that had been set up to help move gravel from one end of the pit to the other. The race car watched as Mater zoomed up and down the rails with a big smile on his face. The tow truck honked and hooted as he whooshed around the turns. Lightning knew he should stop Mater, but he had promised Sally, but it looked like such fun. Lightning had to try too. Well, maybe before the movie started. Like, would he be this reckless? Well, I'm not sure. But, okay, so these are not train tracks. These are like does something like this really exist? I haven't seen like any gravel pits in real life. I've driven by a bunch of like pits and I've seen giant piles like this, but I've never seen like a bunch of tracks. Did they just make this up for the book? I don't know. I turn the page. Lightning made his way to the top of the track. He revved his engine and took off. Ka-chow! It was fantastic. I told you it was fun. I love that they say fun every time. Mater yelled. But Sally's right about this place being dangerous, said Lightning. Let's get going before something goes wrong. But as the sun began to set, Mater insisted on one more ride. After a while, there was a loud thwack. "You okay, buddy?" Lightning called into the darkness. Suddenly, a floodlight in the gravel pit. A floodlight lit the gravel pit. A booming voice shouted, "What is going on here?" Big Bull had woken up to find Mater hanging by his tow cable. Oh gosh, that is a nasty one. That's like in that Thomas episode, New Crane on the Dock, when Cranky and Carly's hooks got like knotted together in a way that would be completely impossible to untie just by moving around like that. I wonder if they're gonna pull something like that again in this one. And again, the illustrations are nice. I like this. This gives like a little layout. Hey, all of you K'NEX customizers, K'NEX roller coaster customizers, can anybody recreate this track? I mean, somebody recreated the roller coaster from Phineas and Ferb, so I know that recreating this track is definitely possible. It's much simpler. Luckily, Mater wasn't hurt, but he was stuck. "I could get you down," Big Bull fumed, "but I'll have to break your tow cable to do it." Once Mater was free, he was upset as could be. Oh wait, no, not upset. He was as quiet as could be. What kind of tow truck was he without his cable? Oh, so it wasn't undone. They had to cut it off. So this book has more realism in it than that Thomas episode, which, I mean, that was like almost the start of the Big World, Big Adventures era, which nobody liked because it wasn't realistic. But Lightning felt bad too. He should have done a better job looking out for Mater. The next night, Sally came back to town. "Mater, what happened to you?" she gasped. When she found out that he and Lightning McQueen had been in the gravel pit, she was very angry. "Lightning tried to warn me," said Mater. "I should have been a better friend and listened to him." He started to cry. "You could have really been hurt," Sally said. "Thankfully, we can get that tow cable fixed." Mater smiled and turned to his best friend. "Then we can go out for more Mater-style fun." Sally frowned. Lightning couldn't help laughing. "This time, I picked the place. I'll show you how to have Lightning McQueen-style fun without getting hurt." And that's the end? That seems like kind of an abrupt ending. It's like, it kind of has a sad ending. I never would have expected that from a Cars license book. I guess that tells you what that logo means. Point it again. When you see that logo, you're not going to get something traditional that you would see like today. You're going to get something a bit more unique. And, yeah, this is pretty interesting. I'm glad that Calypso picked this book for me. I really enjoyed this one. Wow. And, yeah. Oh, and there's other ones here, like, that's the Cars 1 book that I read on my channel. There's another one, I think that's for Cars 2, yep, Cars 2, called Travel Buddies. And there's the Cars 2 version, Mater and the Ghost Light. Those are all adaptations. This is not an adaptation, it's completely original. And I really like this one. So yeah, I'm really glad that I picked that one. And that concludes today's installment of Guest Host Week. Thank you so much, Ty, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you, Calypso, for giving up your opportunity so I could have this one. And yeah, this was a lot of fun. I hope you all liked it. Can't wait to see what the rest of you have in store for Guest Host Week. Well, all the guests, and I can't wait for you to all see them. Alright, well, I think that's about it. So, thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time.
Fred! Look what showed up in the mail!
I thought you returned that!
I did return this thing! I don't know what it's doing here. I don't know why it's
show
here.
up in the mail?
I don't know why it's here.
Does that
but
mean it's here illegally?
I don't think it's
I don't want it to be here illegally.
I mean, it was only like $20.
Why do we have an illegal
But it was
book?
only like
Oh, no,
$6.
you
It
gotta
only
say,
cost me
return that.
$6 for my bank
Return
account.
that
I don't
immediately.
think
I
it's as
don't
big of a
want
deal as
this
you think it
anymore.
is.